Collab, collab, collab. Hi. So, I have Ruby here. I'm actually at Ruby's house and we just filmed a collab on her channel talking about success on YouTube, and now we're going to talk about overfamiliarity on YouTube. Overfamiliarity.
Particularly within the small YouTube community.
Because we've been at Sitsy this weekend and I think it's kind of something that was talked about on the Creator Viewer Divide panel.
And also in the pub afterwards.
Yeah. But as like smaller creators, much smaller creators, we're going to talk about it from that perspective. So the thing about being a smaller creator is that we're much more accessible.
We're more accessible because it's like we're not super duper famous YouTubers, if you see what I mean.
The thing is, because with a bigger creator, there is a fan and creator relationship. Because they're a big YouTuber, it is established that they have fans, and that's cool. If you're a smaller creator, you don't have fans. You kind of have a small community in which you're friends with a lot of people. But the thing is, you don't know everyone who watches your videos, and not everyone that's watching your videos knows you. And there can be quite a lot of weird blurred lines within that. In terms of boundaries. I know, I thought of that.
No, yeah. And it's like, I think you were saying earlier, like, you make quite sort of personal videos on this channel. So, like, I would say that I don't massively, because I'm like, shut us down, don't say anything personal. So people feel like they know you. Yeah. And they feel like they have sort of a right to be friends with you, because they're like, well, I know all this stuff about Emily, so...
Because that is kind of how my channel is. I mean, I've made a lot of my videos unlisted now, but there was a time when I was making like a lot of videos, like trying to make a video every day, and they were all very chill, and I filmed them like on my webcam. I was like getting ready for bed, and YouTube for me was like an outlet for me of like expressing thoughts and like kind of working out things in my brain, so I was being very honest. Obviously you're still like uploading what you choose to upload, but I feel like everything I was saying was very real, and then I think people got to know me very well through that, because it was just a lot of like raw footage of me just being like, hey guys, friends. Because that is like the vibe on my channel, is that kind of I am friends with everyone that's watching, because it is a very small audience. But that there are occasions when it is weird when then someone's kind of assumed a friendship with you because they do know you a lot better than you know them. Yeah,
and that's what makes it weird, is that it's like, okay, you know me, I don't know you, and I think that bigger creators obviously have this on like a much bigger scale, but at the same time there's kind of that established thing of like...
They know they're a fan.
Yeah, or like they know they're a viewer, and that sort of, that is like an established way of work. Like, I'm not saying it's a good thing, it kind of like sucks that meet and greets are literally like 30 seconds, but there's not really much you can do about it. Whereas I think, like, with smaller creators, it is very much like, oh, you can just sit in the pub after Sitsy with people. Like, this didn't happen to us this year or anything. But, like, you can sit in the pub with people that like, know you and you don't know them. I don't know, because I really don't want to sound like...
Like you're pushing people away, or that you don't want to be friends with people. Because that really is not it at all.
Yeah, it's just that kind of, it is that, like, over familiarity in a way, because I think that friendships have to be organic.
I think our concern is that whereas there kind of are boundaries, I know it's still like that we're still working them out, but there's more specific boundaries when it comes to like bigger YouTubers and viewers, because there is a very clear divide, and you know, fans of those videos know that they can't exactly just become friends with them. Like a fan of Zoella can't just be like, I'm going to become friends with Zoella. Whereas because smaller creators are accessible and we very much can be friends. This is what I do want to is that we like, it's not like we're like pushing away friends, like we can be friends and we do want to be friends with people, like as many people in the community as possible, like at least for me. I love being friends with people.
So that you can validate them.
I love making friends. I really love people. It's one of the reasons I joined YouTube, was because I wanted to make friends. And because we're small, there is no like weird divide. Like, it doesn't really matter if you make videos or not. We can form a friendship because we're not like up there in this weird like ladder of YouTube that we kind of talked about on your channel, like in terms of people being very much above other people.
Yeah.
Like, as far as we're concerned as small creators, like, we're all just here in a boat, like, we're all equal, it's all cool. But there does kind of need to be some boundaries established, I guess. There are instances where the overfamiliarity can be a problem or make people uncomfortable if you're kind of assuming that you have this really great friendship with someone when actually they don't really know you or know anything about you. That just can be odd or make some people uncomfortable.
Yeah, and I think also something with that is it's not that we don't want to be friends with people. I feel like we've stressed that a lot in this video.
We really want to be friends.
I do want to be friends, but it's a case of like, again, the over familiarity to do with that. So like if I made loads of friends in the pub this year and it was like amazing and I love you all.
I think what we're trying to get across is that we very much want to be friends with people. I think it is just about understanding that there is a disconnect when you know someone better than they know you. And I think we need to let friendships happen organically.
Yeah. And
it's not to say that if you do know someone really well through YouTube and they don't know you that you can't form a friendship, because you 100% can. Like loads of my friendships have started like that way, both like in terms of me watching their videos and them not knowing who I am, and the other way around. But you do just have to go about it in a way that is organic, and as long as you're aware of that difference, then a friendship can happen.
If you go in like assuming that you're already friends because you've kind of had like a couple of interactions on Twitter, or like you've commented on their videos a lot or whatever, then that's kind of like, we're not friends. You know, it, not saying that we can't be friends, but that sort of like assumption that we are like best friends is kind of like we should at least hang out a little bit more before we're like, ah. We were talking to people at the pub like yesterday about it, and they were saying that they have had people being like, can I be your friend? Like on Twitter and in the comments and stuff, and it's like, no, because you don't know me. Like, imagine if you were just in school or whatever and you were like just chilling with your friends or something, some random person comes up to you and goes, can I be your friend? It's like, well, no, because we don't know each other.
I think it's just we're aware that there's a divide when it comes to bigger YouTubers and viewers, but in terms of small YouTube, there aren't those boundaries as much. And I don't know, I don't have so much people, I don't really get people asking, can I be your friend? It's more just the assumption that we are friends. And I don't want anyone watching this to think like it's at them necessarily, because I actually guarantee the people that I've had experiences with probably aren't. It is like very few experiences I've had of this. But we're just aware that like if we've had that as like very small creators, then it's probably happening a lot. And it's hard to talk about because we don't want it to come across in the wrong way, or like we are pushing people away, because genuinely I really want to be friends with so many people. It's just go about it in an organic way and don't assume a friendship before it's actually begun. Just be aware of how much that person knows you. But please, like, don't think that I don't like you, because if I interact with you, I genuinely, like, I like you.
Yeah, it's not like a fake kind of, like, over-friendliness, like, oh my god, I love you, but it's like, genuinely, I do want to be friends with people.
And I think Twitter's a great way to build friendships with people, and I really love talking to people on Twitter, and I really want to be friends with so many people.
Yeah, I think the reason that we kind of wanted to make this video was because, like, it is something that came up for quite a while, like, over the course of Sitsi. And, like, we haven't necessarily had a ton of experiences with it, but I think it's something that kind of needs to be addressed a bit within the small YouTube community, and, like, I love small YouTube, and I want it to be the best that it can be.
Yeah.
And so I think having open discussions about this sort of thing is a great thing. So feel free. Ooh, this is your channel, but I was like, feel free to
leave comments, and we can talk about this more. We don't want this just be like, we're saying these should be the boundaries and that's it. I think it's something we all really need to talk about, because I think a lot of people have had experiences with this, and a lot of people probably have different experiences, and we can just all share and talk about it and kind of work out maybe a solution to how this can be better. Because, you know, it's not a problem that you want to be friends with someone. I think friendship is amazing, and that's definitely something to encourage. It's just about working out how we can find these boundaries so that it's not an awkward experience for anyone, it's not uncomfortable for anyone, and that we're all just having a good time.
Yeah.
Because, you know, I wouldn't want anyone to feel awkward, like they can't approach someone. I really don't want anyone to now feel like, oh no, I can't like try and be friends with people. Please try and be friends with people. Just be aware
of boundaries.
And
like of, you know, again, over familiarity and just kind of getting a bit too personal with someone that you don't actually really know because they don't know you, and they're like, who is this person asking me about my medical history, or, you know, something really random like that. Yeah.
I think that's a good note to leave it on. Thank you, Ruby, for filming this video with me. Make sure you watch the video we did on Ruby's channel.
Amazing. Collabs,
Can you see that this is such better quality because I'm like filming it on Ruby's camera?
Looking forward to any discussion about all this stuff.
Thanks.
Thank you.
This is where we end the video.
Yay.
Bye.
Bye.
We know how to end videos.
Yeah.
Cool.
Subscribe to my YouTube channel.